We now expect our sea coasts to be ravaged. Perhaps the very next letter I write will inform you that I am driven away from our yet quiet cottage. We are told for truth that the enemy is now 8,000 strong. Courage I know we have in abundance. Conduct I hope we shall not want. But powder, where shall we get a sufficient supply?
Indeed, gentlemen, if we ask only for our rights as Englishmen, if we support a plan for a firmer union with the Crown, we will dispel all fear of independence and assure the king...
Contempt!
Sir.
Mr. Dickinson, we cannot relieve the stress of Boston with such schemes.
And what do you think will happen if England turns all of us adrift?
We will float, sir, safely together.
Nonsense. Civil war would break out at once. One colony would seek to govern all the others, and that colony would come down from the north, like the Goths and the Vandals.
Surely you do not think Massachusetts would attempt to take over the leadership?
Sir, you cannot deny that your colony hanged the Quakers.
Over 100 years ago, in a time of ignorance and
You cannot hang
superstition.
Quakers like laundry and expect the world to forget it.
But ancient history has nothing to do with the
Excuse me,
dangers we now
gentlemen.
face.
Mr. Adams and I have a meeting with the Carolina delegation. John, how many times must I warn you that we must stand silent and let our Southern friends do the work? We are looked upon with too much suspicion to win in any argument with the conservatives.
Are we to hold silence while our wives and children are in danger?
Yes, if that is the best way.
Dearest friend, since you left me, I have passed through a great distress of mind and body. A violent dysentery has become our common calamity. Our little Tommy lies very ill now. There is no abatement of his disorder. Our house is now a hospital in every part.
My dearest, it is now almost 3 months since I left you. My anxiety about you and the children has been extreme. Your letters are delayed in reaching me, and I fear that mine do not arrive in Braintree until their news is cold and stale. This evening, I dined with all the gentlemen of Virginia in an elegant and most magnificent chamber. The meal, turtle soup and flummery, jellies, sweetmeats, trifles, whipped syllabubs, floating islands, a dessert of fruit, raisins, almonds. I drank Madeira at a great rate and found no inconvenience in it.
A general putrefaction seems to have taken place. We cannot bear the house, only as we are constantly cleansing it with hot vinegar.
I went to Mr. Powell's and had a most sinful feast again. Creams, jellies, cheese, wine, porter, beer. Everything which could delight the eye or allure the taste.
My dearest friend, have pity upon me, my beloved, for the hand of God presses sore. My dear mother, who came to see me every day when I was ill and take care of our little Tommy, took the disorder and died.
I cannot overcome my too selfish sorrow. All her care for my welfare endears her memory to me and heightens my worry for her loss. My heart is made tender by repeated afflictions. It was never a hard heart.
Poor Abigail. You will send her my condolences.
I would do better, Sam. I would send her myself. I'm going home.
But you cannot. Our work here is yet to be concluded.
What work? Raising a glass of Madeira to liberty while this Congress seeks new ways to comfort the king? No, I will not stay here another day.
John, tomorrow Mr. Galloway puts forth his humble petition. If approved by this Congress, it gives Parliament the right to tax us freely. And everything we have fought for in Massachusetts would be lost. John, we need your voice to defeat it.
My voice! They laugh at my Yankee speech, at my zeal.
Yes, they laugh, but they listen. John, you have managed the most impossible task. You are ridiculous, and you are respected.
Thank you.
John, we've led them further than they ever dreamed they would go. They voted for a strong militia, taxes for our own treasury, the king's judges disowned by this Congress, the acts of Parliament ignored by it. Now they wish to retreat. It is up to you to make them go forward.
Gentlemen, in every government there must be a supreme legislature. The regulation of our trade must rest somewhere. And it can, in truth, rest only with Parliament. We must admit this much in our petition to the King. To deny it is to light the flames of war. Be warned, gentlemen. It could rage for 20 years and end in our subjugation rather than our liberation.
Massachusetts and the town of Boston are now struggling in the common cause of American freedom. Mr. Galloway's humble petition would betray that struggle. And for what purpose? To placate a king and a parliament who have shown us they do not understand humility, that only resistance can reach their understanding. Gentlemen, if you fail to support our struggle today, it is not only the cause of Massachusetts which you will abandon, but future generations of Americans.
Well done, John. Galloway's plan defeated as we hoped.
One vote, Sam, not much of a victory.
Lesson number 2, John. In politics, a small victory is worth any number of grand defeats.
Well done, Mr. Reynolds. You've earned your smile today.
Mr. Henry, if I smile, it's because I'm going home. From your letters, I thought it had all gone to ruin. Where's the drought you wrote of?
We've lately had a charming rain. The fences need mending, though.
What of the hired man? Why didn't he fix it?
Oh, Isaac is far too busy drilling in the militia. All the local men have caught the military fever. Even the schoolmaster is left to join.
Where are the children now?
Watching the militia drill. Oh, Mr. Adams, how sorely I have missed you. Pray attend the child carefully, Mr. Adams. She has toiled over this piece for weeks.
Is she any gift for music?
Of course she is not. She is our child. Though she may lack in music, she exceeds in zeal. Very well, Nabby.
It's called the Liberty Song, Papa. It's all the rage from here to Boston. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our rifles are ready. Our rifles are ready. Steady, friends, steady. Not as
Papa!
many.
Papa!
Johnny, your sister is playing.
But there's a man outside who asks for Papa.
Come join hand in hand, brave Americans all, and rouse your bold hearts to bear liberty's call. No tyrannous act shall suppress our just claim, or stain with dishonor.
Abigail. Our militia in Concord has fired on the King's troops, and the troops have run away. They were not rabble, Mrs. Adams. They were the best of men defending their homes, fighting as Americans.
Oh, my God. What will you do, John?
Pray God I can join them.
John, you cannot. You are not fit to be a soldier. Your eyes are...
Please do not recall my every weakness when I now need all my strength. They will need organizers and lawmakers in Philadelphia.
Will the other colonies send aid?
Indeed, now they will send aid, not by the hundreds, but by the thousands.
The British will send 20,000 troops. They will hang everyone.
Please cease, Mrs. Adams. I am a warrior by birth. You are merely one by marriage. Allow me to carry all the family fears to Philadelphia. Abby, rest easy. If I am hanged, it will be in such a splendid company. Oh, Nabby, it was a lovely song. So.